to stand up in front of her entire class and perform a spelling test in a deliberate attempt to make a mockery of her struggle. She stands in front of you guys today with a first-class degree in global health.
Afolabi is 5. Out of desperation, his family turns to their church community, asking them to pray to cure him of his dyslexia. He stands in front of you today with a degree in international relations.
Kirsty is 6. She dreads reading, and she feels the sense of worry every time she tries to read, and every time her mom tells her to try again. She stands before you today with an idea that could change the lives of 500,000 children.
500,000 amazing children who are full of potential and bursting with creativity, but who are deemed failures by our education system, just because they think differently. Dyslexia affects 1 in 10 of us to varying degrees, and it's hereditary. We are actually the fortunate few. We were born to supportive parents who are really invested in our education, but not every story has a happy ending.
Children with dyslexia are 55% more likely to fail their SATs, and research shows that dyslexia is the most common cause of loss of confidence in children, with many masking their struggle behind isolation or poor behaviour, making them 5 times more likely to be excluded. And unfortunately, the outlook isn't much better for adults, with 4 out of 10 unemployed adults being dyslexic, and 53% of the prison population being on the dyslexia spectrum.
So imagine if we could rewrite this narrative. Imagine if we could let children know that they were born with a superpower that can't be taught in classrooms. Imagine if we could let them know that, united by their dyslexia, they shared powers with some of the greatest heroes the world has ever known. Edison, Disney, Jobs, Elon Musk. But what if we didn't need to imagine? But what if there was actually a solution? We are Alter Ego, unleashing the superpower of amazing dyslexic children and supporting them to thrive and live the life that they want to live.
It's time for a new story. Dyslexic students often face really tough times in school, but we're offering an early intervention that addresses education inequality at the earliest possible opportunity. Because we believe that no student is stupid, that no student is a failure, and that every child has the right to dream ludicrously big dreams. Dyslexia support is so often isolating, but we're bringing students together to champion one another and form an unstoppable team. And finally, research shows that actually if you switch your focus away from literacy and towards self-esteem, you can actually improve attainment.
Alter Ego is an 8-week program consisting of 90-minute high-energy sessions. Students begin the program by meeting 11 fellow heroes who, just like them, possess the superpowers of dyslexia. Over the first 2 weeks, we get to know each child, exploring their interests and passions to discover their true identity. They are then introduced to the undisputed villain of mainstream education, boredom in school. Together with their unique skill set, they must defeat this evil villain. Their ideas will be brought to life, and finally, they'll be celebrated by their parents, teachers, and wider community.
Each of our sessions will be curated to ensure that we can nurture the natural innovators that they are. And most times we find our teachers and parents tend to be confused as to how best to support their children. We'll offer after-school workshops so that we can equip them with the skills to be very good sidekicks to these heroes as they mature to adulthood.
And we've already consulted with leading dyslexia charities, advocates and educators, and collaborated with state, independent, specialist and academy schools. And what we found through our research is that we actually sit at this unique intersection between specialist dyslexia support, coaching and mentoring programs, social action schemes, and story-based learning. We've just started running taster sessions and it's been so much fun.
And we're dreaming big. This year, we're piloting after-school and holiday camp programs in collaboration with leading charities and schools. And by 2019, we're hoping to sell our program directly into schools. And eventually, by 2021, we hope to reach over 5,000 children through selling an online version of the Alter Ego program, because we believe that every child deserves to have access to this support.
And we are the people to do it. With the background in youth education, youth engagement, education, community outreach and public health, as well as the lived experience that has developed our aptitude for action. So today we are asking you to join us because we can't do this alone.
It will cost us £200 to put one child through the programme. Join us today and sponsor a child to rewrite their story.
We're asking everyone to bring out your phones and tweet at Tom Holland 1996, who is Spider-Man and also dyslexic, and we want him to help us on our mission. So, hi at Tom Holland 1996, check out Tiger Heroes, they are looking for an ambassador, and we'll come back to this ask at the end of our slide.
And finally, if you look under your seat, you will receive, some of you will receive your very own invitation to change the world as we know it. Will you guys join us? Because we live in a broken world, and a broken world needs heroes. A broken world needs alter ego. Thank you.